this show on the road. Welcome to Gray Main Racing Channel. I'm Logan, Team Numpty apparently. This is the YSR 80 tank. It's sitting apart over there. We are now on the metal prep phase, and we're going to do the metal prep and the actual coating. As you can probably see, maybe, I don't know, it's in 4K, you might be able to see. I haven't quite finished cleaning all the paint off. I'm actually just going to provide it like this to the body shop guy and let him continue on and how he sees fit, because I'm running out of time to do this stuff. So again, safety gear, mostly because Logan doesn't want to burn his face off. Okay, that's why that isn't that bad. Let's bring this down here. You should definitely adjust it so it fits properly for you. The reason mine doesn't fit right now is I took it apart to clean it so I could see out of it, you know, because kind of seeing what you're doing is kind of nice. Alright, now we can see if I spill it. Well, so much for a clean thing. I just coughed all over it. Snap close. Oh well. Good enough. I need a screwdriver to turn. Okay. The good old 1/2-inch wrench. 1,001 uses. Today's use, opening those stupid plastic seals. Hey, it's blue. Wonder if it tastes like blue raspberry. Whoop, I spilled some. Damn, almost did perfect. See, this time I'm prepared. Paper towel and everything. Oh wow. Just from what I've seen, that stuff does clean metal really nicely. I don't need paper towel in there. Okay, first question. Are we leaking from the bottom? Hey look! First video in a while, we're not leaking! Okay, set that there. There. I'll use a screwdriver to pull it over there. Supposed to shake it for 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
Oh. Well, prepared to watch this on fast forward. At least it seems to be endothermic rather than exothermic. The tank's getting colder. So those of you hoping for another blowout will be sadly disappointed, because it seems this is endothermic and not exothermic. Not quite sure where the liquid's coming from, but not enough to worry about, I don't think. Actually, what I'm probably going to do is I got a sandblast gun over there with frac sand for doing concrete bridges. I know it's a huge no-no, but like I said, I'm running out of time, and need is the mother of all, or necessity is the mother of all invention. I guess. I don't know. Whatever. I have the tool. I need to get it done. Therefore, that's what's going to happen. Ooh, it's fizzing up the top. I need to... Okay, so it's kind of the... Stop the video and we'll catch back up when I'm further along. Hey, it's Logan here. So we've done all the rotations and everything like that. We're about to reopen this thing and dump it out, and then we'll go from there. Right ahead in the instructions that we will have to slowly rotate when we pour the can of sealer in. Have to run bolts through the threads just to clean everything up. Doesn't surprise me, makes perfect sense, but also it explains why the other petcock, or the original petcock, is all covered in goo and stuff, because it really seems like they didn't wait for it to dry and they just ran the petcock back in along with the bolts, and there's all kinds of goo on it. So I've been looking into a performance petcock for it, or an aftermarket one, I don't know yet. Unfortunately, unlike Harley, they don't offer a lot of choice. I think I got 2 or 3 petcocks. 2 being basically, here's your factory original or replacement one for the factory original, and the 3rd one being, here's a cheaper aftermarket one that does the same job. Nothing that says, hey, here's a high flow one, make sure you have all the fuel you need. But I've rarely heard of a petcock being a fuel flow problem in a non-performance environment. Then again, nowadays the fuel pump's in the gas tank. So let's get this show on the road. Handy dandy 1/2 inch wrench. Handy dandy plug pullers. Ooh, it stinks. It looks okay-ish. I don't know how well it's gonna work out, but I have a feeling it's not going to go according to plan. But that being said, let's get out here and dump this thing. Whee! but that's not the truth. No point in turning that on anymore. Welcome back to facing this direction. Whoops! And yes, you are still mounted on my... Oh, I should check and see where it's aimed. Still mounted on my barbecue. That's my tripod, my barbecue. Okay, cool. So the next step is to 300, 500. Ooh, the green one's hotter. Next thing is to dry out the tank, which we're going to use this heat gun. And I'll start it and get it done. And yeah, then we'll come back to the video. Kill it. So we're about 3 minutes in. And I touched the tank, which I shouldn't have done because I knew how hot it was going to be. So it's just an example. The side of the tank is 58 degrees Celsius, or 29, 34. It is 50. It was steaming a couple of seconds ago. Oh. 79, 81. This is Celsius, 81 degrees Celsius. So yeah. Don't let anybody tell you a heat gun won't burn you. Because it will. I get the inside of this tank, and the tank itself so warm that I melted the nose cone off my heat gun. So right now, the inside of the tank is currently, oh, it's dropped a lot. It was upwards of 236 degrees Celsius. It is now, hot spot I found is 119 and dropping. So I'm going to not going to blow that out like you think. I'm going to cool off my heat gun so I can oh! Now the rest can hear crap anymore anyway. Ooh, that's hot. So yeah, I have literally... I'm going to put this... So that should be plenty dry, or plenty, yeah, dry inside the tank, because I don't know if you can see or what the focal length is, but I've melted the nose cone off the heat gun, and the plastic surround, so, or plastic surround or shroud, there we go. So yeah, and it's still too hot to touch over here by the sticker. So. Ooh, that got warm. So don't do what I did. I don't think the nose cone's ever going back on there. Nope. Wow. No more safety nose cone. That's a bad thing. Ish. I'm going to finish eating my lunch, and then I'm going to blow the tank out so it cools off. Okay, so, like I said, summer in the sun will go with it. The fuel tank is now cold enough to touch, as you can see. I've blown it out. I think all the dirt inside is out, if there was any, because I shook it when it was still warm and got some sand-like noise. Like I was saying, when it was warm, I shook it and got a sand-like noise, and I shook it again, and I don't hear any sand or debris inside. I looked inside. The prospects don't look good, so I might still end up having to have it professionally cleaned inside. There still appears to be some debris and stuff that may or may not cause issues. Where it was leaking down over here, there is still remnants, well, first remnants of paint, but remnants of the old sealer. It appears that somebody previously, like I probably mentioned before, did some sort of like POR15 type kit, or did a POR15 kit. I don't know, I couldn't tell you. But we'll see what happens. You know, 2 treatments of the remover and cleaner and all the other stuff didn't deal with it, so we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll stay. Maybe it won't be an issue. Or maybe we'll be doing this adventure again. So we've reached the point with the ceiling, or the last part of our video hopefully. The insides don't look too great, but we've gone this far, you know. Those who don't dare don't succeed. So I'm gonna try. Safety is paramount. So protective gear, even though it's 30 plus degrees in this damn shop. That'd be Celsius, that's like 82 or something Fahrenheit with like 18% humidity, so it is a mite uncomfortable. Oh wait, forgot. It helps you to tape up the holes. Okay, so I've got all the stuff in, and as you can see, I've got a bunch of the excess out and made a lovely mess. But what I really want to show everybody is this. I don't know, if you look back in the previous videos, you could see it was a nasty, like rusted, chipped up, gooey mess. And it looks like even around the vent there, it's nicely sealed. I was a little worried. I saw a red spot and I thought, oh no, the rust is through, and then I realized no, it was a fraction of the light from the bucket. But this looks good, and most of the stuff looks out. I've been looking into it. So that's roughly what it looks like. It gives it a nice aluminum shine. If you look over along the side here, you can see where it's at the bottom there, where it's been driven and I've been wiping off. It gives it nice aluminum. So it's very interesting. So we'll know in 4 days if it holds water, or holds fuel.